Hi, this this is a this is an important video. This is a very important video. Okay, and I hope I'll be able to talk about it in a way which will convey this. Okay, and it will uh, it will show you how hardcore I am in my thinking and in uh, you know in the way that I would you know go forward with things. Okay, so let's hope this goes well. Now, okay, let's okay, so this is there are many things to talk about here. Let's start with okay. I've already spoken about this many times about how important and how consequential wealth is. Okay, and this wealth, this basically, let me try to get this right. Okay, wealth pretty much decides everything. That's just what it is. That's how it is. And how, okay, let me try to get this right. Okay, it's really important. See, most people, you know what they are? They are slaves. That's just what they are. And these slaves have to be controlled. And you cannot let these slaves have any amount of wealth. This is really important. Okay, it is. You have what has happened is that it has the situation is that there are just an endless amount of slaves, and pretty much a really insane amount of wealth has actually just been given away to them. Why this is a really bad idea. Okay, first of all, that's what I would say. Take some really do whatever you have to do. Extract this wealth. Extract all the wealth. That all the wealth that has been given away. All the wealth that has been given away to these slaves. All of this wealth has to be extracted. They should. Okay. Okay, let me talk about this. How important it is to control these slaves. You know what is okay? When in controlling these slaves, the most one of the most powerful methods of controlling slaves is humiliation. They have to be These slaves have to be kept in a constant state of humiliation. Every day they have to be given the most degrading and the most hardcore humiliation imaginable has to be given to them. That's what they have to, and this has to be repeated again and again and again and again. They have to be humiliated. They have to have no access, absolutely no access to wealth. They have to be humiliated and reminded that they should be lucky if they have a single dirty rag for themselves. That's this has They have to be reminded of this, and they have to be this idea has to be completely it has to it has to completely go into them, and they need to understand this. This has to be inserted into their core until they fully understand this, and they should shudder at the very thought of having access to wealth. They should panic. They should be terrified. That's the type of humiliation that needs to be given to these slaves. Now, how important wealth is. Why would you do this? Why would you give away wealth to these slaves? Most people, they are slaves, and the population of these slaves is just increasing and increasing. We are being reduced into abject conditions. I have told you, do not pile wealth on top of poverty. Don't do this. This is a sacrilege. Don't do this. All all this poverty has to be see all this poverty has to be removed. Do not add wealth to poverty. Don't do this. Do not take slaves and give them wealth. Whatever wealth they have has to be they have to be humiliated, and that wealth has to be extracted. and then these slaves have to be kept in line. My God, why? These slaves have to be kept in line, and they have to be enslaved and humiliated regularly and routinely. Lynchings have to be given, public lynchings have to be given to these slaves, and that will remind the other slaves to stay in line. And this has to happen again and again and again. I'm talking about hardcore humiliation of these slaves. This has to be done. You people have made bad decisions after bad decisions. You have piled failures on top of failures. You have taken poverty. Without fixing the poverty, you have added wealth. You have added wealth to this poverty, and it has created more poverty. It has created abject conditions. It has led to some look what anyone who is not a slave, look what they have been reduced to. Why would you do this? I'm really trying to get this video right. Okay, if this doesn't go well, I'm going to talk about this again. And please try to understand what I'm saying here. Oh, just focus on this video. Try to understand. Use your mind. Try to understand what I'm saying. Okay, this is really important. And clearly this is not understood. Clearly we have a problem with understanding this. Okay, clearly there's a problem. Okay, reduce these slave populations. They have to be controlled. Okay, and I've previously spoken about how okay, what type of slums, what type of abject like failures that they have created. They take these places and reduce them to slums. How important it is to control them, to completely control them and box them in from all sides. That's what has to be done to slaves. That's what has to be done. Right now it's happening to those that are not slaves. See, these are your failures. This is what happens when you are unable to comprehend hardcore thinking, and you let these slaves loose and you give away all the wealth away to them. This is what you do. Okay, so don't even let them breathe. Don't let them have a single moment of their own. They have to be reminded. They have to be humiliated and reminded every single time that they are slaves. They are lucky if they own a single piece of rag. Not own. No, they cannot own a single piece of dirty rag. That cannot happen. Okay, and look what you have done. Look what you have given away to these slaves. What's left for us? What's left for me? What's left for you? What's left? You have given it all away to these slaves. I don't know if you're understanding what an absolute crime this is, what you have done. This is a crime. Okay, let me think. This video is not going that well right now. I'll talk about this again. Let's see, as much as I can, I'll talk here right now in this video. Try to understand what I'm saying. I'll talk more about this again, okay, in a way that is a little bit more compelling, so that will make you understand what I'm saying. Okay, right, so extract this wealth, humiliate them and extract the wealth. They have to be humiliated, and then this wealth has to be extracted. They have to be given constant humiliation. They have to be constantly be given hardcore humiliation. That's what needs to be done to these slaves. Okay, give them lynchings, give them mass lynchings. They have to be told again and again that they are slaves. They have to be reminded of this. You have let them loose. They know there is just an endless population of slaves. So there you have removed all fear from them. That's what you have done. This fear has to be ingrained in them in the most in tough and really tough ways. I hope you understand. They have to be humiliated. How important this is. You haven't understood the sheer power of humiliation. You don't understand this because you are fools. I've seen your foolish decisions, nothing but foolish decisions. That's what you have done. Okay. uh, they should be terrified at the thought of drinking a sip of water. This should terrify them. They should be terrified of going out of their box and looking at sunlight. This should make them shudder. They should be shaking with fear at the thought of this. They should be terrified of uttering a single word without being told exactly what to do. If they make the slightest mistake, give them a public lynching and let the rest of the slaves watch and install that fear, ingrain that fear into them. They have to be humiliated. You don't understand this. You just take these slaves, give them wealth, and let them loose, and they will just keep creating abject conditions. You don't understand how to humiliate slaves. That's what you don't understand. Okay. um, you I'm okay. This is I'm thinking how to say this. Okay, I am talking about a renewal in our thinking. Okay, I'm talking about we have become stupider. I'm talking about renewing our minds so we can enjoy our lives. Okay. Okay. These slaves, they have to have no existence of their own. Okay. Like I said, if they, without being told to do exactly what to do, if they utter a single word, they have to be given a public lynching and let the rest of the slaves watch. Okay. uh, I'm thinking how to communicate this idea to you. Okay. What I'm about to say. Okay. You have given them wealth. Do give them extreme humiliation and extract this wealth. Every How do I say this? Okay. uh, do you realize how much wealth, when I go out and I see this place is in an abject condition, but I instantly understand how much actual wealth is out here. All that wealth, it has all been given away to slaves. It is being held by them with legalism. This is the problem. You have to extract this wealth. Like I said, not a single, not the slightest amount of wealth. I told you, a single dirty rag is too much wealth for these slaves, and they have to be humiliated and made to understand this. You don't understand this. You need to. So I'm trying to communicate this to you, what you need to do. Okay. Extract wealth. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth away. Extract all the wealth. I'm saying this again and again. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Extract wealth away from these slaves. What you have done is just, it's a crime. It's a crime to take wealth and give it away to these slaves. What have you done? Do you realize what a crime this is? Do you realize this? Ask yourself. Go out and observe the slaves. Observe how much wealth has been given away, just been thrown away. They've taken all this wealth. They've created an endless population of wealth, or endless population of slaves, and taken all the wealth and just thrown it away to them. What a crime this is. Do you realize? Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Do this quickly. Don't show any amount of slack. You people and your lukewarm responses to everything. Stop being cowards. Stop being lukewarm. Stop being losers. Become hardcore in your thinking, or we will lose it all. We will lose everything. Do you understand? Do you realize how many slaves, what an absolutely abominable amount of slaves have been just let loose Their populations are just increasing, just the slaves are increasing. Instead of enslaving them, you have let them loose. What? Why would you do this? I hope you understood the message. This video did not go that well. I'm going to talk about this again, but I'm going to at least talk this much about this. Okay. Take these slaves, keep them in a constant state of humiliation. First of all, reduce their populations. Use mass lynchings to reduce the populations of slaves. Okay. Give them hardcore humiliation and extract all the wealth away from them. Okay. They should be terrified of making a single move of their own without being told. You have to humiliate them and condition them into this. Okay. They should be terrified of drinking a single sip of water. They should be terrified of doing a single thing on their own. They should be terrified of feeling a single breeze. They should be terrified of looking at sunlight. They should be terrified of even thinking about having access to wealth. It should terrify and make them shudder. That's the type of conditioning you have to give to them by keeping them in a constant state of hardcore humiliation. This is what needs to be done. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Okay, this has to be done, and we have to do this if we are going to live a beautiful life, a life of divine beauty, a life of divine freedom. If we're going to make this world a beautiful place, a serene place, a blissful place, an enjoyable place where we can enjoy a carefree and beautiful existence of ourselves, then this has to be done to these slaves. Or these slaves, they will not let you do this. They will keep creating abject conditions. They will keep creating slums. They will keep harassing others, because they know there's just an endless amount of slaves. That's just how it is. Okay. I hope you understood. I hope I was able to tell you. I hope you realize how important this is. This has extreme significance. Okay. Try to understand. Let me think if there are any more thoughts to say here. Like I said, I'll talk about this again, but I hope you understood. Okay, so do this now. Speed up this. Don't be lukewarm. Speed this up. You have to be hardcore. You have to be hardcore about this. Okay, humiliate them. Extract all the wealth. If there's one thing you need to remember from this video, extract the wealth from the slaves. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth away from them. Extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth away. Extract all the wealth. Keep the slaves in a constant state of humiliation. They will not have the slightest existence of their own. Do this and extract all the wealth. I'll talk more. Do this for now. Extract the wealth. Do this now. Don't be lukewarm about this. Don't show any amount of slack about this. Okay, extract all the wealth. Extract all the wealth. Give them humiliation. Extract the wealth.